The news is on the TV, painting pictures gray and grim. The pressure of the world is closing on a whim. The landlord's leaving notices, the car is making sounds. Feels like we're always fighting on unsteady ground. I see the worry in your shoulders when you think I'm not aware. The weight of all the silent, heavy burdens that we share. You look at me and force a smile and say we'll be okay. And I believe you, even when the sky is fading away. 'Cause they don't see the fortress that we build when we're alone. A shelter from the chaos, a place to call our own. They don't know the strength we have when your hand is holding mine. The world can do its worst and we'll still be doing fine. 'Cause we know how to weather the storm, huddle in the quiet and keep each other warm. Let the thunder crack, let the cold winds blow. We got a fire our own, burning steady and low. They can shake the windows, they can rattle at the door, but they never seen a love like this before. We just hold on tighter till the morning light is born. Yeah, we know how to weather the storm. Remember last December when the power all went out? We lit a dozen candles, erased the fear and doubt. We told stories in the darkness, we danced to no sound songs, and proved that in each other's arms is right where we belong. And this is just another blackout, a different kind of cold, a story that will make us brave when we are gray and old. It's not about the problems, but the way we see them through. There's nothing I can't handle as long as I've got you. So let it rain, let it pour down on this house. We have a quiet language that the world knows nothing about. A strength that isn't loud, a hope that isn't blind. The peace the two of us together always seem to find. 'Cause we know how to weather the storm, huddle in the quiet and keep each other warm. Let the thunder crack, let the cold winds blow. We got a fire of our own, burning steady and low. They can shake the windows, they can rattle at the door, but they've never seen a love like this before. We just hold on tighter till the morning light is born. Yeah, we know how to weather the storm. Weather the storm, weather the storm. We know how to weather the storm. The sun is hanging low and lazy, painting everything in gold. A perfect kind of story that will never get old. You got that little smile on, the one I love to see. You're humming to a song that's only known to you and me. We're walking by the water, no agenda and no rush. The city sounds are fading to a low and distant hush. And I'm trying to bottle this moment, trying to press it into wine. This feeling of your hand in mine is absolutely fine. 'Cause all week long we're running, we're caught up in the race,
trying to find our footing in this crazy, frantic place. But right here,
in this moment, everything just feels so right.
bathed in this ridiculous, amazing, perfect light.
This is that golden hour groove, that easy, simple thing
relive it again and again.
This is that golden hour groove, that easy, simple thing. The rhythm of two happy hearts that makes you wanna sing. It's nothing complicated, it's nothing you can buy. It's just me and you beneath a honey-colored sky. So let's just slow it down now, let the good vibes overflow and ride this golden hour groove.
Nice and easy,
Soft and slow, soft and slow.
We met in a room with neon tinted smoke. Every word you said, I promise that you spoke. Without a sound, just a look in my direction. A magnetic, unspoken, deep connection. The DJ's playing something low and sweet. I feel the rhythm moving from my head down to my feet. The rest of the world is blurry, out of frame. Ever since you walked in and I learned your name.
I don't know where this is going, I don't have a clue.
All I know is every single nerve is pulling me to you.
My heart is beating in a syncopated time.
A beautiful disturbance to this peace of mind.
And oh, it's an electric haze when you're around. I'm levitating 6 feet off the ground. There's a current running, I can feel the static start. A beautiful disruption to a well-protected heart. This electric haze,
I wanna get lost in it with you. In this violet tinted hazy. Brand new view. Brand new view. Your laugh is like a melody I've known my whole life long. The missing chord to a half-forgotten song.
we're talking over music, leaning in so close. Of all the faces in this room, it's yours my spirit chose.
The air is thick with possibility and cheap perfume. A sudden garden blooming in a dimly lit room.
I'm hanging on to every single syllable you say, praying this moment doesn't fade away.
Is this real or just a lighting in this place?
Streetlights paint the glass with amber lines. A lonely saxophone sighs and unwinds. The city breathes a rhythm slow and deep, while promises the fading daylight couldn't keep.
Horizon with the moon, a silver gleam. You're flowing through my thoughts just like a stream. A vintage wine or coffee, dark and warm. A quiet shelter from a coming storm.
And oh, the silence has so much to say.
It pulls me closer at the end of the day.
I trace the condensation on the paint and whisper your name out into the rain.
'Cause this is one of those velvet echoes in the night, a feeling that's too heavy for the morning light. Just the hum of the fridge and the beat of my heart, wishing we were universes apart.
A velvet echo, soulful, soft and low.
A memory of a seed we didn't get to grow. Remember driving down that coastal road, the salty air, a future we were told was ours to build a blueprint in the sand. The future held right in the palm of my hand. Now every passing car sounds like your own, a hopeful illusion I have always known. This leather couch remembers how you felt. The ice inside my spirit starts to melt. Maybe tomorrow the sun will feel brand new, and I won't search for traces of you. In every passing stranger's hurried glance, or get lost inside this melancholy trance. But for tonight, I'll let the feeling stay and let the music wash the world away. 'Cause this is one of those velvet echoes in the night, a feeling that's too heavy for the morning light. Just the hum of the fridge and the beat of my heart, wishing we were universe apart. A velvet echo, soulful, soft and low, a memory of a seed we didn't get to grow.
The conversation's fading, friends are heading home, leaving us together in the quiet all alone. The remnants of the party, empty glass and melted ice. There's a question in your eyes that's more than just polite. The air gets thick and heavy, the silence has a weight. We've been dancing around this feeling, maybe it's too late. But when you look at me like that, the world just falls away. And there are things a whisper is the only way to say.
Every inch of space between us is a live and pulsing wire. You're the gasoline and I'm the slow burning fire. My self-control is hanging by a single thinning thread, as all the unsaid words are screaming in my head.
This is midnight chemistry, a dangerous design. When your gravity keeps pulling and tangling with mine,
It's a delicate equation, a risk I wanna take for the beautiful explosion that our two souls could make.
this ain't logic, it's a feeling, primal and so true. This midnight chemistry between me and you. I watch you as you're tired, a simple, graceful move. Got nothing left to hide now, got nothing left to prove. This started as a friendship, safe and understood. Something shifted in the atmosphere, I'd stop it if I could. But a part of me is curious to see where this night leads. Planning wild and reckless, fast-growing seeds. The city is asleep now, but we are wide awake. For goodness or for mercy, for heaven's sake.
Just one touch is all it's gonna take to start the chain reaction. A point of no return, a fatal sweet distraction. The silence breaks, you say my name, a soft and shaky sound. And I know in this moment there's no turning back around.
This is midnight chemistry, a dangerous design. When your gravity keeps pulling and tangling with mine,
It's a delicate equation,
a risk I wanna take for the beautiful explosion that our two souls could make. This ain't logic, it's a feeling, primal and so true. This midnight chemistry between me and you.
dust motes dancing in a sliver of the sun through the blinds of a day that's almost done. Found a shoebox hidden, tied up with a string, full of faded Polaroids and the memories they bring. There you are, laughing, head thrown to the sky. Summer of '98, we were too young to ask why. The colors bled out, the edges turning brown, just like the little moments in this sleepy town. And for a second I can almost smell the rain on the hot asphalt of that forgotten lane. I can almost feel your hand holding mine, a ghost of a touch, frozen in time. These faded Polaroids, a story in a square, a forgotten perfume hanging in the air. It's not sadness, it's a bittersweet art to see how close we were and how we grew. coffee in a cup. We stayed there talking till the sun came up, making constellations out of spilled out salt, believing every promise, finding zero fault. Your eyes in this picture hold a galaxy of trust. Now it's all covered in a decade of dust. I trace your smile with my fingertip. The words we never said are on my lip. Maybe some pictures are meant to fade away, so we can remember the light of that day. Not the cracks that formed or the colors that ran, just the simple beauty of the original plan. These faded Polaroids, a story in a square, a forgotten perfume hanging in the air. It's not sadness, it's a bittersweet art to see how close we were and how we grew apart. A paper-thin window to a world I used to know, a silent movie in the afternoon glow. The record spinning, needle in the groove, a smoky silence, nothing left to prove, just candle waxes dripping, slow and warm. The calm that settles right after the storm. Your silhouette is painted by the flame, and in this quiet I forget my name. It's just a feeling, body, heart and soul, a fragile moment making me feel whole. Time doesn't move inside these four walls. It only answers when your spirit calls. Every defense I build has turned to dust, a sacred space of tenderness and trust. This ain't love, it's the Afterglow Session, a quiet, unspoken, soulful confession. No need for words, no need for promises to keep, just the rhythm of your breathing while you sleep. It's the Afterglow, a hazy, gentle art of two constellations mapping one new heart. The wine is finished, glass is standing still. There's magic on this lonely windowsill. The moon outside is pale and oversized, a truth I'd always known but realized just in this moment, simple and profound. The way my universe is spinning round, a different axis, a magnetic pull. My empty spaces finally feel full. I don't wanna think about the dawn or the cold reality Another Tuesday fading in a gray. I check the time and you're a world away. Just starting your day, pouring coffee in a cup, while my moon is getting ready to show up. I trace your city on a paper map, caught in this patient, loving, tender trap. And I live for the static, for the sound of your hello, a crackle on the line that sets my heart aglow. They talk about the distance, say it's bound to take a toll, but it's just a different kind of way to bare your soul. 'Cause every mile between us, every ocean we can't cross, just clarifies the treasure and minimizes the loss. 'Cause I got these coastline views from my window. You got the city skyline lying in a concrete rainbow, and we're building a bridge made of late night calls, whispering our secrets through these bedroom walls. One day these separate pictures will be a single frame, but for now I love the distance, and I'll speak your name to the stars that we are sharing from a different point of view. I saved a voicemail that you left for me last week, just to hear your laughter when I'm feeling tired and weak. It's a digital memento, a proof that this is real, a substitute for everything I'm desperate to feel. I imagine you all walking down a street I've never seen, the autumn in your city, the shade of evergreen. I wonder what you're wearing, I wonder what you've heard, and I hang on to the meaning of your every single word. When the connection's bad and the screen begins to freeze, I just close my eyes and I can feel you on the breeze. It's a modern kind of romance, a faith you can't quite see, but it's strong enough for you, and it's strong enough for me. 'Cause I got these coastline views from my window. You got the city skyline in a concrete rainbow, and we're building a bridge made of late night calls, whispering our secrets through these bedroom walls. One day these separate pictures will be a single frame, but for now I love the distance, and I'll speak your name to the stars that we are sharing from a different point of view.
We're sitting on the sofa, the day has come and gone. The only light is coming from the TV that's still on. You're reading your old paperback, I'm staring into space. A comfortable geography, my head finds its right place. Right there on your shoulder, not a single word is said. 1,000 conversations are happening in my head, but none of them need saying, none of them need air.
'cause I can feel you understand just by my being there.
We've done the talking, done the fighting, done the making up. We've filled a million silences from the same coffee cup.
And now we've reached a place that only time can build, where all the noisy empty spaces have been filled.
This is our unspoken language. This is our secret code. The meaning in a quiet sigh, the easing of a load. It isn't passion, it's not fireworks, it's something more profound. The way that I can hear your heart without you making a sound. It's the peace of knowing everything is perfectly alright, in the silent understanding of another Tuesday night. You reach out, not even looking, and your fingers find my hand, a simple little gesture that says you understand. That I'm a little tired, that my mind is far away, thinking about the deadlines and the dragons I must slay. You don't ask me what is wrong, you don't need me to explain. You just give my hand a little squeeze to shelter me from rain. A tiny little anchor in a vast and churning sea, and in that single moment you have said it all to me. Some people search their whole lives for a spark or for a flame. They need to hear the poetry, they need to hear their name. But we have found a quiet harbor, a truth that's calm and deep, a promise that is solid, that the two of us can keep. This is our unspoken language, this is our secret code. The meaning in a quiet sigh, the easing of a load. It isn't passion, it's not fireworks, it's something more profound. The way that I can hear your heart without you making a sound. It's the peace of knowing everything is perfectly alright, in the silent understanding of another Tuesday night. The Tuesday night. Fluorescent lights hum a tired, lonely tune under a disconnected paper thin moon. The station's empty, concrete feels cold, a story that has been told and retold. Just me in silhouettes on platform 3, a part of this late night machinery. The rumble starts to tremble from the deep, waking me up from a half-hearted sleep. And every clatter of the wheels on the track is counting down the minutes till I'm back Not to a place, but to a state of mind. The only peaceful corner I can find. Riding on the last train home tonight. Just me and all the ghosts in the pale moonlight. Watching the city blur into a stream of gold. A chapter's ending, a story's getting old. Yeah, the last train home is where I feel alright. Leaving the noise behind for the comfort of the night. A window reflection shows a stranger's face. A little older, lost without a trace of the kid who thought he had it figured out. Full of fire, free of fear and doubt. Now I'm just searching for a quiet door, and I'm not even sure what I'm searching for. Maybe just a moment to unwind and leave this heavy version of myself behind. The doors will hiss, the brakes will gently sigh. A final station, a final goodbye to all the chaos of the day that's past. A feeling that is built to last. As I step out into the silent street, the journey's finally complete. Riding on the last train home tonight. Just me and all the ghosts in the pale moonlight. Watching the city blur into a stream of gold. A chapter's ending, the story's getting old. Yeah, the last train home is where I feel alright. Leaving the noise behind for the comfort of the night. Sunrise spills like honey on the fire escape, giving the sleeping concrete a brand new shape. Another Tuesday morning, the sirens start to sing, a symphony of everything the busy hours bring.
I pour a cup of coffee, watch the steam begin to rise, reflecting all the questions living in my tired eyes. The rhythm of the traffic is a constant rushing tide. There's nowhere left to run and there is nowhere left to hide.
But when I close my eyes, I'm miles away from here. The noise pollution fades until it disappears, and all that I can hear is the sound of your reply beneath a different kind of sky. We're floating on a concrete sea, you and I, just trying to find a star in this electric sky. The waves are made of yellow cabs and hurried goodbyes, but your love is the anchor that my spirit ties. Yeah, this concrete sea, it pulls us down so deep, but in your arms a quiet harbor I can keep. The afternoon is hazy, a shimmering mirage, a frantic hurried energy, a citywide collage of faces in the windows, of people on the move, each one of them with something that they're trying to prove.
I see you through the chaos, a steady guiding hand, the only soul around me who can truly understand. a sound. You are the only solid ground.
Let's find a rooftop, climb above the fray, and watch the city lights chase all the blue away.
We don't need an ocean, we don't need a shore.
As long as I have you, I couldn't ask for more. 'Cause we're floating on a concrete sea, you and I, just trying to find a star in this electric sky. The waves are made of yellow cabs and hurry goodbyes, but your love is the anchor that my spirit ties. Yeah, this concrete sea, it pulls us down so deep, but in your arms, a quiet harbor I can keep. Yeah, this concrete sea, it pulls us down so deep, but in your arms, a quiet harbor I can keep. Phone is buzzing, face down on the floor. Don't have the energy to ask who it's for. The sky is slate gray, threatening to cry, and I can't seem to find a reason why. I feel so heavy, static in the air. I look for you, but you were never there. Just a ghost of a conversation we once had. It's not your fault, the universe is just mad. They say the planets are all out of line, a cosmic interference on this heart of mine. Every signal's crossed, every message reads all wrong, and I've been feeling this way for too long. Maybe it's just Mercury in retrograde. This emotional confusion, this masquerade. 'Cause my mind says move on, but my heart disobeys. Lost in the memory of yesterday's haze. It's just Mercury in retrograde, or so I hope. A tangled astrological rope that helps me cope with the space you left behind. I tried to write a song, the words felt cheap, like secrets that my weary spirit couldn't keep. The melody was borrowed, sad and slow, a faded echo of a radio. My favorite coffee tastes like bitter news. I'm walking around in mismatched, worn out shoes. It's the little things that feel the most undone beneath this melancholy, tired sun. I need a sign, a shift up in the stars, to heal these universal psychic scars. A clear transmission, a celestial shift, to pull my drifting vessel out of this dark rift. Just a little cosmic clarity is all I ask.
sun is hanging lower than it did a week ago, casting longer shadows, putting on a golden show. There's a chill upon the wind that wasn't there before, whispering of changes as it slips beneath the door. I'm walking through the park now, kicking up the amber leaves. A beautiful decay, my hopeful heart still half believes. It's just a resting period, a pause before the spring. But I feel the melancholy that these shorter days will bring. And this season always makes me think of you, the way our chapter ended, quiet, sad and true. Not with a crash of thunder, but a slow and gentle fade, like the last warm afternoon before the colors start to trade. This is autumn's interlude, a time to let things go, a final vibrant fire before the winter snow. It hurts in such a pretty way, this turning of the page, a bittersweet acceptance of a different life, a different stage. This quiet, crisp nostalgia, a truth I have to face, that some things are just beautiful and then they leave their space. The streetlights flicker on now, earlier each night. The sky is turning purple in the fading hazy light. I pull my jacket tighter, see my breath upon the air, a fleeting little cloud of a forgotten whispered prayer. I remember you in sweaters, I remember drinking tea, and talking about the future that we never got to see. It doesn't make me cry now, it's more a hollow ache, a love that fell as quietly as a single lonely flake. The trees are letting go of everything they held so tight, surrendering their glory to the long and coming night. And maybe there's a lesson there for me to understand, to open up my tightly clenched and never hopeful hand. This is autumn's interlude, a time to let things go, a final vibrant fire before the winter snow. It hurts in such a pretty way, this turning of the page, a bittersweet acceptance of a different life, a different stage. This quiet, crisp nostalgia, a truth I have to face, that some things are just beautiful and then they leave their space.
No alarm clock ringing, just the sun upon the floor, and the smell of coffee brewing through the bedroom door. You're still asleep beside me, breathing soft and low. The world outside is rushing, but we've got nowhere to go. The Sunday paper's waiting, but the news can stay unread. I'd rather watch the patterns that the light makes on our bed. These small unglamorous moments are the ones that I hold tight. The quiet afterglow of a Saturday night. There's a universe contained within this room, a perfect antidote to chaos and to gloom. Just the sound of the old floorboards as I creep, and you still are somewhere in your sleep. 'Cause we're living life on Sunday morning, slow. Got no agenda, got no place we have to go. Just tangled sheets and coffee, black and deep. It's in these quiet hours my soul is yours to keep. Yeah, Sunday morning slow, it's all I need to know, that this is what it feels like to watch a real love grow. I pull the curtain back a little, watch the city start to wake. For every heart that's racing, for every heart that's about to break. There's us in our own bubble, a sanctuary space. The lines of worry disappear completely from your face. This isn't fireworks or passion in the rain. It's something deeper, steadier, that eases all the pain. It's the knowing I'll wake up to you, and that is quite enough. The simple, sturdy architecture of our love. Soon you'll stir and you will smile at me, and ask me what I'm thinking in this tranquility. And I won't have the words for it, this ocean of content, for all these perfect, peaceful, heaven-sent moments spent living life on Sunday morning slow. Got no agenda, got no place we have to go. Just tangled sheets and coffee, black and deep. It's in these quiet hours my soul is yours to keep. Yes, Sunday morning slow, it's all I need to know, that this is what it feels like to watch a real love grow.
The city's finally sleeping, the moon is pale and high, and every sane and normal person has closed their weary eyes. But there's a buzzing in my spirit, a static in my brain, a restless, beautiful and quite familiar pain. And ideas at the station, and its train is coming through, and it only stops for artists and for fools at 2:30. So I creep out of the bedroom, you don't even make a sound, to the temple of the living room where treasure can be found. I can't explain the feeling, this electric urgent need to chase a fleeting whisper and to plant a fragile seed. The world expects a schedule, a logic and a plan, but inspiration doesn't care about the modern man. And this is my 3 AM freestyle, a session with the ghost of every single melody that I have loved the most. Just me and my old piano in the silence, in the deep, while the rest of the whole sleeping world is earning its good keep. It's a lonely combination conversation. It's a blessing and a curse to pull a little bit of magic from the universe. My fingers find the keys now, they seem to know the way to chords I didn't know I knew at the ending of the day. A lyric starts to form now, a line of black on white, a puzzle piece appearing in the solitary night. There's no one here to judge it, there's no one to applaud, just the honest raw connection between me and my God. Whatever God you pray to, the one of heart and soul, the one that makes you lose yourself to gain back your control. And maybe in the morning, in the harsh and honest light, this will all seem foolish, this will not seem right. But right now it is everything, it's water, it is air, a sacred little secret that I am glad to bear. And this is my 3 AM freestyle, a session with the ghost of every single melody that I have loved the most. Just me and my old piano in the silence, in the deep, while the rest of the whole sleeping world is earning its good keep. It's a lonely conversation, it's a blessing and a curse to pull a little bit of magic from the universe. And this is my 3 AM freestyle, a session with the ghost of every single melody that I have loved the most. Just me and my old piano in the silence, in the deep, while the rest of the whole sleeping world is earning its good keep. It's a lonely conversation, it's a blessing and a curse to pull a little bit of magic from the universe.
You move around this apartment like you're afraid to break the silence that we've carefully and painstakingly made. We handle every subject with the softest, lightest touch, afraid a single honest word might just be asking far too much. I watch you pour the coffee, holding the mug so tight, your knuckles turning white under the pale kitchen light. We used to could be a wildfire, a rushing, roaring sea. And now we're just two curators in a silent museum. And I wanna scream, I wanna cry, I wanna start a fight. I wanna feel something that's wrong instead of nothing that is right. I wanna test the surface just to see if it will crack. But once it's gone, we know there is no ever going back. 'Cause we're living on a shelf made of porcelain and dust, a beautiful collection built on memory and trust. It's fragile and it's perfect, but it's cold against the skin. And I'm scared to breathe too deeply, scared to let the chaos in. We're terrified to chip the paint or cause a single flaw. So we live behind the glass and we obey the only law. Don't touch, don't feel, don't break the careful, quiet spell we're in. I remember running barefoot with you, laughing in the rain, a careless, easy love that felt no pressure and no pain. We built our world from passion, from mistakes and from desire. We kept each other warm against a real and burning fire. Now the fire's just an ember that we protect and shield and hide. The ghost of all that heat is all we have to keep inside. We talk about the weather, we talk about the news, anything to hide the fact we're both about to lose. And maybe this is what it is to love for this long, to learn to be happy inside a quiet song. But my soul is craving thunder and my heart is craving sound. And I don't know how much longer I can stand on solid ground when all I want to do is jump from this shelf made of porcelain and dust, this beautiful collection built on memory and trust. It's fragile and it's perfect, but it's cold against the skin. And I'm scared to breathe too deeply, scared to let the chaos in. We're terrified to chip the paint or cause a single flaw. So we live behind the glass and we obey the only law. Don't touch, don't feel, don't break the careful, quiet spell we're in.
The dashboard clock is glowing. It's 1/4 the mark. I'm just another headlight cutting through the velvet dark. The city's in the rear view, a diamond scattered haze, a chapter of my story, the end of certain days. The highway hums a mantra, a low and steady drone. For the first time in forever,
completely on my own. Got a full tank of the good stuff, a ticket for the ride, and a quiet sense of freedom stirring somewhere deep inside. There's no bitterness, no anger, just a necessary end. A curve along the highway, a message I will send to the person I was back there. I'm leaving you with grace. It's time to find a new road. It's time to find my place. And the street lights on the asphalt are like runway landing strips, guiding me away from your name on my lips. This ain't running from, it's running to a version of me that I haven't even met yet, but I'm dying to go see. The past is getting smaller in my rearview mirror's frame. A different destination and a brand new different game. The radio is playing static, so I just let it hiss. A soundtrack for the solace, a strange and quiet bliss. I'm thinking about our last talk, the words we chose with care. It's no one's fault we whispered, heaven heavy in the air. And it's true we were a season, a beautiful but brief, and holding on too tightly only brings you endless grief. So I'm letting go with love now, as the miles start to climb. A prisoner of memory, doing my own time until now. And every sign I'm passing is a ghost of what we had. The good times and the laughter, the beautiful and sad. But I'm not pulling over, I'm not tempted to turn back. The future's in the windshield, the past is fading black. And the street lights on the asphalt are like runway landing strips, guiding me away from your name on my lips. This ain't running from, it's running to a version of me that I haven't even met yet, but I'm dying to go see. The past is getting smaller in my rearview mirror's frame. A different destination in a brand new different game. You're on the other side of this same queen-size bed, but you might as well be on the moon for all the words we've said. I'm sending out a signal, a question in a glance, hoping for a sign from you, a flicker of a chance to connect beyond the surface, beyond the how was your day. But the mess
just seems to fade away. I can hear you breathing, I can see you still awake. For goodness or for mercy, for heaven's sake. Ooh, we're so close I could touch you, but there's a universe between the people we are now and the people we have been. Our lines are getting crossed now, the connection's wearing thin. I don't know where you end and where do I begin.
It's all static and signals, a broadcast in the haze, a love that's lost in translation in these complicated days. I'm trying to receive you, trying to get the message through, but all I'm getting back is noise instead of getting you.
It's just static and signals, a beautiful and broken sound on this frequency of silence where our love cannot be found. I replay the conversations we had an hour ago, a dance of careful phrases, a well-rehearsed show. Each of us was speaking a language all our own, and wondering why the other one felt so completely alone.
Ooh, you said you were just tired, I said I was fine too. A pair of perfect liars, saying anything but true.
The truth is I am drowning in the space you leave around, a quiet empty ocean where I'm waiting to be found.
Is it me? Did I forget how to tune into your heart? Did I break the delicate and complicated art
Of listening to the silence, of reading in the dark? Or did we just drift slowly, two separate, lonely arms?
It's all static and signals, a broadcast in the haze, a love that's lost in translation in these complicated days. I'm trying to receive you, trying to get the message through, but all I'm getting back is noise instead of getting you.
It's just static and signals, a beautiful and broken sound on this frequency of silence where our love cannot be found.
The day is exhaling a final golden sigh, as streaks of orange and of purple bleed across the sky. The birds are singing their last song, the streetlights start to gleam. The world is caught for a moment in a slow and hazy dream. This isn't night, it isn't day, it's something in between, the most beautiful and peaceful and transient of scenes. I'm sitting on the balcony, just watching the colors fade, a quiet little truce with all the choices I have made. all the noise of the daytime, the worry and the rush is softened and is silenced by universal hush. My mind stops running circles, my heart stops beating fast in this moment of perfection that was never meant to last. This is the Indigo Hour, the cool and quiet grace when time itself slows down and finds its own forgiving space. There's a magic in the twilight, a balm for a weary soul, a feeling of surrender, of finally being whole. It's not happy, it's not sad, it's a feeling all its own, the peace you find in being perfectly and blissfully alone in the Indigo Hour. The first star makes an entrance, a shy and distant friend, a signal that the daylight has truly reached its end. I think about my journey, the places I've been, the battles I have lost, and the battles I will win. But here it doesn't matter, the future or the past, just the texture of the cool breeze and the shadows that are cast. There's a clarity that finds me when the world is soft and blurred, where every single lesson is a clear and simple word. And I breathe it in so deeply, this calm and velvet air, a universal answer to an unspoken prayer, to find just one small moment where everything is right, a shelter from the heat and a rest before the night. This is the Indigo Hour, the cool and quiet grace when time itself slows down and finds its own forgiving space. There's a magic in the twilight, a balm for a weary soul, a feeling of surrender, of finally being whole. It's not happy, it's not sad, it's a feeling all its own, the peace you find in being perfectly and blissfully alone in the Indigo Hour.
Don't need a fancy restaurant, don't need a crowded bar. We don't need to go exploring or to travel somewhere far. 'Cause I know when I see you, At the end of a long week, there's a language of comfort that only we can speak.
It's in that little diner, the one with the cracked red booth, where we can sit for hours and just tell each other the truth. The coffee's kinda burned here and the lighting's kinda bad, but it's the best damn place in this whole town we've ever had.
'Cause it's seen us when we're celebrating, seen us when we're low. It's been the silent witness as we've watched each other grow.
It's more than just a building, it's more than wood and stone. It's the place that we can come to, and we know we're not alone.
So meet me at the usual spot, you know the one I mean, where we can just be us, and we don't have to make a scene. We'll talk about whatever, or we'll talk about nothing at all. Just wait until the waitress makes her final weary call. There's a comfort in tradition, in a place that feels like home, a sanctuary from the world, wherever we may roam. So just meet me at the usual spot, and everything will be alright.
Just knows our order, she just gives a little nod, a silent understanding, a small and weary god of this little greasy kingdom where the world can't get to us. We can deconstruct the day without drama or a fuss.
I watch you stir your sugar in that slow and steady way, the little things that anchor me and get me through the day. This is our geography, our coordinates are set on all the crazy little perfect moments that we've met right here.
And some people need adventure, a new and shiny view, but all I'll ever need is the same old view of you.
Across a worn out table with nothing to pretend, my lover and my anchor, my beginning and my end. So meet me at the usual spot, you know the one I mean, where we can just be us and we don't have to make a scene. We'll talk about whatever, or we'll talk about nothing at all. Just wait until the waitress makes her final weary call. There's a comfort in tradition, in a place that feels like home, a sanctuary from the world, wherever we may roam. So just meet me at the usual spot, and everything will be alright. For the longest time, I was living in monochrome, a comfortable arrangement in a house that wasn't home. The same old conversation, the same predictable view. I didn't even know that I was waiting for the new. I thought that I was happy, or at least I thought I was content to live a life of muted shades and wonder where the passion went. You walked in like a stranger with a palette in your hand and started painting pictures I could finally understand. You didn't tear the walls down, you didn't start a war, you just opened up a
I'd never seen before. And you let a little bit of sunlight in to warm the dusty air. And suddenly the colors were just simply everywhere. And now I'm seeing everything in shades I've never known. A brand new color sky that I can finally call my own. You're the orange of the sunrise, the green of something real, the indigo of everything you're making me feel. It's more than just a feeling, it's a fundamental shift. The greatest and the simplest and the most unexpected gift. To see the world I thought I knew in a completely different light. I'm noticing the little things I used to hurry past. The way the afternoon can cast a shadow meant to last. The blue inside the rain clouds, the silver in the steam, the architecture of a half-forgotten waking dream. It's like my eyes were sleeping and you gently woke them up. You're filling in the empty spaces in my coffee cup with hues of hope and promise, with a warmth that's soft and true. And the most surprising color in the world is loving you. And it's not that you have changed me, 'cause I'm still the man I was. But you have changed the lens through which I see the world, because you showed me that the gray I knew was not the only way to paint the quiet masterpiece of another coming day. And now I'm seeing everything in shades I've never known. A brand new color sky that I can finally call my own. You're the orange of the sunrise, the green of something real, the indigo of everything you're making me feel. It's more than just a feeling, it's a fundamental shift. The greatest and the simplest and the most unexpected gift. To see the world I thought I knew in a completely different light.
Let's turn the ringer off the phone. Let's lock the front door tight. Let the rest of the whole crazy world just fade into the night. We don't need a conversation, we don't need to analyze. The entire universe is right here in your eyes.
The day was full of noise and doubt, of running fast and hard. But in this quiet sanctuary, I can let down my guard. Your fingers trace a pattern, a line across my skin, a silent invitation to just let the feeling in.
There's no rush, there's no hurry, we've got nowhere else to be. Just the rhythm of your breathing right here next to me.
This is not a flash of lightning, not a sudden
craves. This is that slow burn, that deep and soulful heat, a low and steady rhythm, so deliberate and sweet. It's the embers glowing softly in the silence of the room, a flower of devotion in its own exclusive bloom. It's a fire that's not meant to rage, it's only meant to last, a future that is built upon the shadows of the past. This is that slow burn, and baby, I don't want it any other way.
I can feel your heartbeat, a drum against my own, the most familiar territory that I have ever known.
We've learned each other's language, the texture and the tone, the seeds of deep affection that the two of us have sown. And they're growing in the darkness, in this confidential space. There's a look of pure surrender written on your lovely face.
And I'm memorizing every line and every single part of the sacred secret roadmap that leads right to your heart.
The world outside wants everything so fast and new and bright, but they don't know the beauty of this low and steady light. It's a truth you cannot capture, a magic you can't fake, for the quiet and the patient and the loving hearts that ache for something real. This is that slow burn, that deep and soulful heat, a low and steady rhythm, so deliberate and sweet. It's the embers glowing softly in the silence of the room, a flower of devotion in its own exclusive bloom. It's a fire that's not meant to rage, it's only meant to last, a future that is built upon the shadows of the past. This is that slow burn, and baby, I don't want it any other way.
I found that box of photographs we took in '09, a little bit faded by the passage of time. There you are with that crazy haircut, standing by the sea, smiling a smile that was only meant for me. And for a second I can hear it, a clear and perfect sound, as if you were right here with me on this hallowed, sacred ground. A memory so vivid, it's a physical thing, the echo of the joy that you and only you could bring. It's not sad, it's not painful, it's a feeling sweet and low, a warmth that I carry with me everywhere I go. 'Cause a love like we had doesn't ever disappear, it just changes its location, but it's always, always here. And sometimes in a quiet room, when the world is soft and hushed, I can feel the ghost of your laugh in a sudden, gentle rush. It's not a haunting, it's a comfort, it's a proof you're still around. The
completely still belongs. I made a cup of coffee the way you used to like, remembering you teaching me to ride my first real bike. You held on till I found it, that perfect balancing act, a simple perfect metaphor, a fundamental fact. You always were the one who held me steady, kept me true, and every good thing that I am, I learned it all from you. So I'm not mourning what I've lost, I'm grateful for the past, a foundation made of solid gold that was always built to last. And people see me smiling when a memory floats by. They don't know I'm listening with an internal eye to a private, perfect concert, a melody so clear, whispering the lessons that I'll always hold so dear. And sometimes in a quiet room, when the world is soft and hushed, I can feel the ghost of your laugh in a sudden gentle rush. It's not a haunting, it's a comfort, it's a proof you're still around. The most beautiful and welcome and familiar loving sound. It's in the summer breezes, it's in my favorite songs, the place where your bright spirit so completely still belongs.
I'm a dreamer, I'm a fighter, I'm a builder of big plans. I've got a restless kind of spirit and a pair of clumsy hands. I am always chasing something that is just outside my view, and I am always stumbling, and I am always new to the challenge of the moment, to the fear of the unknown. I am brave enough to do it, but not brave enough alone. 'Cause every time I take a risk, and every time I leave, you are the silent promise that I know that you will keep. 'Cause the world can be a cold place, it can be a battlefield. It demands a certain armor, it demands a certain shield. But I can walk out every morning, ready to face it all, because I know exactly where I'm coming home to call. You are my safe place to fall, my shelter from the rain, the anchor in the hurricane, the solace for the pain. You're the only pair of arms that I've ever felt like home, the steady, constant lighthouse for a soul that's meant to roam. I can be a hero, I can be a fool, I can stand up strong and tall, 'cause I know when I am broken, you're my safe place to fall. You have seen me at my weakest,
You have seen me at my worst. You have held me through the famines, and you've cheered through every burst of inspiration and of madness. You have never tried to change the wild and weird arrangements that my spirit rearrange. You don't try to fix the damage, you just sit with me a while. You can absorb a tidal wave of sorrow with a smile. You're not impressed by victories, you're not afraid of flaws. You are just the quiet keeper of my spirit's flimsy laws. And I hope you know I see it, I hope you know I do, that the strongest person in this room has always been you. To love someone this broken, to love someone this free, requires a kind of courage that is humbling to me. You are my safe place to fall, my shelter from the rain, the anchor in the hurricane, the solace for the pain. You're the only pair of arms that have ever felt like home, the steady, constant lighthouse for a soul that's meant to roam. I can be a hero, I can be a fool, I can stand up strong and tall, 'cause I know when I am broken, you're my safe place to fall.
The night has done its work. The stories have been told. The coffee's gone cold, and the city is finally quiet. Just the hum of the refrigerator and the beat of your own heart. Rest now, fade to velvet, fade to sleep. Secrets that the silence keep. The moon is hanging soft and low. It's safe to let the whole world go. Fade to velvet, fade to night. Everything will be alright. The worries of the day, let them drift away like smoke from a dying candle. Nothing to handle, nothing to solve, just resolve to be here now. Fade to velvet, fade to sleep.
saxophone melody from the intro returns, playing over the simple road chords. It plays through the melody twice, then holds the final note as the track slowly fades to complete silence over 30 seconds.